We were talking before we came on too, and you had mentioned that obviously there are some similarities in specific calls. People think got it, they think of Mike, they think of you, they think and so you would mention that there's been a years long process of discovery to finally find out kind of how that all happened and how you guys overlapped a little bit.
I remember this is a conversation of many, like I don't want to say 1,000 pregame dinners with Mike, right? Like in media rooms around the NBA, but it feels like that after all those years. Tommy tended to dominate a lot of those conversations, which was awesome. But I remember when it first came up because we both do use it, and what was interesting to me was I didn't hear, because I mentioned Mike only did the games on cable. This is going to sound absolutely archaic, but when I was at BU in the early 90s, we didn't have cable. You didn't have cable. I know it's college students didn't have cable TV. Oh my God, that's so primitive. Yeah, well, there was no Starbucks either, right? When we were in college. So there was no cable TV. I didn't hear Mike until like mid 90s, like after I'm out of school. And I had already been doing basketball games at that point and had already been used, not like used it every time, but got it. To me, it has consonants. I don't want to get too far down this 500 level play-by-play class. It has consonants in it, so it's a stronger thing. There's always a big debate about, in hockey, do you say score or a goal? Because it is a goal. A goal is actually what's happened. I never liked that because shot and a goal is coming down to me. The cadence comes down where you want to say shot, score, and it gets higher and loud. It's a different sound to it. And I think it draws people's attention, particularly on radio, even though it is a goal. So you can have these kind of debates. The got it thing was interesting in this. So I couldn't figure out why was I saying got it when I never heard, Mike will tell you that he talked to Johnny Most about that when he came up with it, or I don't remember Mike's origin story for got it, but that Johnny Most told him, yeah, you should use that because nobody else does. And the funny thing was I was using it before I heard Mike. And I finally, I don't know why, I think I was maybe watching a show one day and it occurred to me as a college kid of the early 90s, high school college kid, you're watching SportsCenter all the time. Who was the number one guy on SportsCenter, late 80s, early 90s? Dan Patrick. Dan Patrick, when he would do highlights and would narrate home runs, what'd he say? Got it.
Was it got it? It
was a got it. And it wasn't a big loud got it. It was a down, it was a down cadence got it. But that's where I'm 99% sure that's where it sunk into my head. When he was narrating a highlight and, Fernando Valenzuela on the mound and Tony Gwynn at the plate, got it. As you narrate a highlight to say that as the bat hits the ball. Mm-hmm. It's just sort of the art of doing highlights. But I feel with great confidence as watching Dan Patrick and Keith Olbermann every night that almost assuredly, this is 30 years ago now or more, where I got that from. And two people that both used got it have been the Celtics. So that's the one thing that will continue, right? The Celtics, we know that, is that you'll have got it. That will live on.
CLNS Media Network is powered by Fanduel Sportsbook. Visit fanduel.com/Boston and start earning bonus bets when you bet on a Super Bowl winner. You can get bonus bets every time they win in the regular season.